All right, Jake, here we are, postseason for swimming and diving. Big trip coming up to Athens, Georgia on Wednesday. I guess you'll leave on Tuesday, but how excited are you and the team for the championship?
Yeah, Alan, thank you. We're excited. Year number 7 in program history, and we'll be making our 6th trip to Athens. We had one meet in Knoxville, Tennessee, and then the rest of the meets have been in Athens, but we're excited to go back and swim at Georgia. Beautiful pool. What will hopefully be the last meet we have at Georgia, and maybe I'll mention the reason why later.
Okay.
But yeah, we're excited. Year number 7 in program history, 7th conference meet, and we're going to swim fast once again.
Obviously, we'll talk about the new pool coming up in a minute. Always brings a smile to my man's face right here, as it should. But why Georgia? Why Athens and that facility for such a long time?
Well, yeah, it's a great pool. I mean,
Okay.
it's a great facility. It's showing its age a little bit in the sense that it's not one of the newer pools in the country any longer, but it is a nice central location. When you look at our conference, you have Florida Gulf Coast in Fort Myers, and then you have New Jersey Institute of Technology up north, and so it's a pretty long conference that way.
Sure.
And even west, we go to San Antonio with Incarnate Word. So Georgia, Athens, Georgia is a central location, sort of right in the middle, and we get to hit everybody. And it's a great pool. It's a fast pool. It's hosted NC2As before. It hosts the SEC championships quite often, and again, that nice central location.
You're coming off 3 great wins at Davidson a week or so ago. How much does momentum play a factor in swimming?
Probably not as much as in other sports. Baseball, for example, you're playing every day.
Yeah.
And so when a team gets hot, a team can get hot, and when they slump, and it's hard to get out of that. With swimming, the momentum aspect is not so much about racing, but practice. Because practice is something we're doing every day except Sunday, whereas racing is once every 2 or 3 weeks. So it's more so the momentum in practice. Can we string 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 good workouts together? That's when we know that we're on the right track.
Looks like it's going to be you and Florida Gulf Coast once again, vying for the championship. What kind of rivalry has this turned in with those guys?
Yeah, for the rivalry, I would like to have seen us win a few more conference
Right.
meets over the years.
Yeah.
There has to be a little bit more of a back and forth there. Next year, we will add diving officially. We've had diving, and by that, we've had divers that have helped us out. We didn't really have a coach, didn't have boards. But with the new facility coming, we will have a full tower platform up to 10 meters. We'll have a separate well, 1 and 3 meter springboards. We're going to hire a full-time diving coach, which we've never had. So we've been battling Gulf Coast with maybe half an arm tied behind our back, so to speak. So we're excited to add diving, finally next year. But we did win one, and this year, in January down there, we swam Gulf Coast to a 12-point loss, and the meet came down to the final relay. And had we won that relay, we would have won the meet. Lo and behold, Gulf Coast decided not to score diving for that dual meet, or else it wouldn't have been close because we didn't have divers. So when it's a level playing field and diving is not included in the score, then it comes down to the last relay in that dual meet. So we're excited to add diving, but we respect their program. They're better than we are, and in swimming it's pretty objective. It's not a poll or there's no expert sports writers that debate about which team is better. You just simply look at the times, and that's one of the. It makes swimming somewhat boring at times, but it also makes it. We like it in the sense that and there's not a lot of question. But we're looking forward to that. They're a great rival. They push us to get better, and we push them to get better. If we didn't have Gulf Coast in our conference, we wouldn't be as good as we are.
Good point.
And if we weren't in the conference, Gulf Coast wouldn't be as good as they are because we push each other to get better.
How about you and your team? What are some of the races you're looking forward to watching, see how you compete, and what are some that you feel these can be our strongest events down in Athens?
Yeah, well, right off the bat, Prudence Rooker, junior breaststroker from Oregon, she has the top time in the conference in the 2 breast leading into the meet. And she did that time at the Rutgers Invite without a suit on. And what I mean by that is without the high-tech racing suit.
Right.
And so everybody else in the conference, for the most part, has suited up. and she hasn't and still has a faster time, fastest overall time, #1 seed. So she's one that we're excited about. And same with her 100 breast and her 200 IM, you know, top 8 times in the conference without suiting up. So that'll be a fun experience to watch her in all of her races, 100 breast, 2 IM, and then 2 breast. She also plays a large part in our relays. Alicia Finnegan in the 2 fly has the 2nd fastest time, seed time overall. The psych sheets just came out last night, so I've been studying them all night and all morning. So the psych sheets came out last night, and Alicia's seeded 2nd in the 2 fly. And the young woman from Gulf Coast who's seated ahead of her, Alicia beat in our dual meet down in Fort Myers, Christina Elmgren. So we're excited for her race. You know, 2 fly will be a great race for her. I think the dark horse race for Alicia will be the 500. I don't want to jinx her, but I think she has an outside shot to do extremely well in the 500, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
She's more of a butterflyer, but her distance freestyle is quite good as well. And I think that 500 will shock a lot of people. It won't shock us. It won't shock her. And it won't shock, you know, people that know her and that know our program. But some of the other competitors around the conference and maybe some of the other coaches might be shocked to see what she does in the 500. And then the last one I'll mention is Rachel Huve, junior sprinter. And she has one of the top times in the conference in the 50 free. And again, not suited yet. And the 50 is one where you see a big drop when you put a suit on. I mean, up to a full 2nd, which is a lot for a 50. So she's got a shot to do quite well in that 50 free, and then the 100 back and 100 free as well.
How about for the fans watching here, Jake? Any words of encouragement they can help you and your team, pray for y'all, and access the results to see how you're doing next week?
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be live results if you want to follow us. I will try and do what I can with our Twitter account and keep that. It's kind of hard to, you know, watch the meet and then run the Twitter account. Maybe we'll have Joe Carmody, our sports communications info guy, help out with that. But, you know, all the social media channels, libertyflames.com.
Okay.
There will be live streaming of the meet as well. So you can go to the CCSA.com, their website. That's our conference website, and you can find the live streaming on there. Prayers are always helpful, and that's obviously far beyond swimming. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, just that's the type of place this is, and it's one of the benefits of coaching here is that you can openly discuss that on a video that'll play on libertyflames.com. So yeah, it'll be a fun experience, and again, hopefully it'll be the last time we go to Georgia for at least a little bit to race as we're building the new pool here, and we'll bid for our conference meet, and hopefully the coaches will vote to have it here next year.
All right, Jake, safe travels down to Georgia. We'll be pulling for you and the team, and we're invited championship.
Great, thank you.